I'm in my mid-20s and I do not want to be broke when I'm in my 30s. So how am I going to make that happen? It's easy. I'm going to work my ass off. And I'm currently sitting right where I need to be in order to make sure that I am not poor by my 30s. I'm a reseller. That means that I'm buying items that are either brand new or lightly used and then selling them for a profit online. Now currently, I make all of that income off of just eBay. And I have a few tricks up my sleeve to help me make even more money as this series goes on. But for right now, let's go over what I did this week. I had 2 sales this week on eBay that were especially high in profit. The first thing that I sold was a Volcom snowboarding jacket. It happens to be the perfect time of year where people are starting to buy their winter gear, and I made a total profit of $83.33 on this flip. And the second thing that I sold for a huge profit was a Fender Duosonic guitar. Now I purchased this guitar multiple years ago, so I count this as an item that costs $0. So in total, I made $245.81 on this item. In addition to these 2 sales, I also sold 5 other items totaling to a profit of over $400 in just 1 week. Now, this is my best week by far on eBay, and it is just the beginning. Because in order for me to reach my own personal income goals, I need to be taking in much more than this amount of profit every single week. For my first profit goal, I need to make a total of $1,250 of profit every single week. So that means that right now, I need to focus on increasing my weekly profit by over $800 a week. And how the heck am I gonna do that? It's simple. I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing now, and I'm going to do more of it. I'm gonna give it more time. I'm gonna give it more effort. I'm going to give it my all. So like I said, I'm focused on reselling items online. Now currently the main platform I do that on is eBay. But that in no way means that I am locked into only selling on eBay and only selling lightly used clothing items there. In fact, this is just simply the beginning of the strategy. And instead of coming on here and creating a useless video showing you my strategy, I'm just going to actually enact my strategy and keep you updated as I do it. And speaking about that strategy, these 2 items right here are the first steps that I took towards using that new strategy. I bought both of these items from retail stores online, and I already know that they are very sought after and they're extremely hard to find in stores. So these things are going to have posts created of them, and then I'm gonna hold on to that post till about mid-November or so, and then right when people start shopping for Christmas, my 2 items are going to be available for sale. So that means that instead of worrying about whether they can get this toy for their child around Christmas time, they're gonna be able to come directly to my store and assure that their child is going to unwrap their new favorite toy on Christmas Day. Now these are just 2 of the multiple items I've recently purchased online on a super discount, or I purchase simply because they're very sought after right now, and I predict that they will be very sought after during Christmas time as well. I ordered a few more things at discount that I'm going to be able to resell for quite a lot of profit, but you'll have to wait and see what those are. So what else happened this week? Well, I also went sourcing for the first time at my new least favorite place to go sourcing, the Goodwill outlet store, otherwise known as the Bins. Yo, I hated being in that place, but the thing that I loved about it was how cheap I could source items for there. Now, I am gonna need to take the extra step of really digging through a bunch of shit to find one thing that's worth selling. But if I do that once a month, I'm going to reduce the amount of money I'm spending on items. And I know this because one of the things that I track with my business is my average item cost, which is currently sitting at just over $3.80. So going to the Bins once a month is gonna help allow me an opportunity to make sure that that average item cost doesn't go through the roof, which would then make it a lot harder for me to make profit every single month. And another thing that happened to me this week is unfortunate, but I got a negative review on my eBay store. I sold a paintball gun that I clearly stated in my description, I do not know if this works. I stated the things that do work, and I stated the thing that I did not know if it would work. And then underneath that, I also stated, yo, you're buying this item as is, and there are no returns. So what happened? Someone bought this item, took it back, learned that the description of my item was very accurate, got upset about it, and then left me a negative review. Now, This isn't really a big deal. It's my first negative review out of the 40 plus reviews that I do currently have. So while it slightly affects my eBay seller ranking, it's not gonna be detrimental to my business. So it's not the first time that it's gonna happen, and it's not the last time that it's gonna happen either. But for anybody who doing that, you leaving negative reviews, even when you read the description, you a bitch. So that's it. Now join me next week when I go over what I did this week. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I'm leaving Bubs up here so she can be the subscribe screen. Sleepy girl.